Hi guys, Grayson here, playing more Magic Survival, and today we're going to try and do a no picking up magic challenge. So my kit and everything should already be set for this. I probably should have checked what the research was, but oh well. So we're just not allowed to pick up the blue magic orbs. We can still get mana from killing enemies. It's electric zone, arc and effuse. So we have a big electric zone and we have one spirit. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Let's try that again, but actually doing the challenge. I'm a moron. Energy bolts, energy bolt, satellite, 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 size. So we are allowed to pick up hearts and stuff. Satellite and energy bolt has damage is nice. Also, I probably will screw up a lot of times in this challenge. You know, it's like natural instinct to go for the blue orbs, so if I do screw up, oh well. Let me know in the comments how many times I messed up and collected orbs during this actual successful game. Like, not counting that last one. I'm, Magic Effect Duration. I started watching, French movies. There's a certain site that students get free stuff for, free access to, with French movies. So, to improve my oral French, I'm gonna be watching one French movie per week. So I watched, the Lego movie. Most of it, anyway. I didn't watch the full thing. I watched, like, the first hour. And the last 40 minutes is, like, the last 40 minutes is like the start of the secret operation, so. Can you believe the Lego movie came out in 2014? That's almost, like, what, 7 years ago? It seems so much more recent. That's crazy. Satellite, I need some healing. I keep almost speaking French because I'm so used to hearing the French just a couple minutes ago. After recording this, I'll probably finish watching it. Because since I'm doing, like, the homeschooling stuff. Not really homeschooling, just, like, school from home. Because of COVID. I can get shield. I think I had shield as an option there. I should have taken it. Oh, don't pick that up. Ne touche pas ça. HP globe heal amount, that's not good. It's barely anything still. Zone électrique. I don't know if zone is the right word for zone. Profound mana. Oh shoot, what happened there? Did I equip that? Yeah. One of these days I'm just gonna, like, open up to a French title or something. Bonjour, mes amis. L'homme de gazon ici. Jouer le survivre du magique. Neutron. Maybe at some point I'll just do like a full French episode. I guess, well, not episode. Video. Let's pick that up. How many times have I already picked those up subconsciously without realizing? Next time I'm going to try and play and I'm going to be like avoiding them accidentally. Number. I don't really like language stuff. Like, I don't like the grammar. I like the actual being able to, like, speak in it. Like, you know, if you're, like there, it's like, a good way to describe it, something I saw a video about language learning on the internet. It's kind of like a game where there's, like, two roads to take. There's the route to the village and the fun, or there's the route through the bosses. And the route through the bosses is, like, grammar and tenses and past and present. L'infinitif versus, what is it? L'infinitif versus passé composé or something. And it's like proper past versus improper past. And it's like, there's all these weird complicated rules. I'll take Ray. It's the new one I want to keep trying out. Yeah, this is definitely harder. I need some sort of shield or healing. I think I've had a chance to pick up shield a couple of times, I just haven't yet. I really need to, though. I do, like, enjoy, like, the other stuff, though, actually learning to speak the language. An interesting way that was, like, suggested in that same video was, learning to speak the language. So learn, like, the 5,000 most common words and how to use them in phrases. So, like, if someone was learning English using this method, how am I dead already? I'm gonna revive. Guys, I think it can hear me. Okay, getting a Duolingo ad there was really weird. But I do like actually learning to speak it. So if someone was like learning to speak English, like using the method that's not proper, instead of going, I ran to the baseball game, they might say, I run to the baseball game. But you can still somewhat understand it. Like, if your grammar's a little incorrect, you can still somewhat understand it. And there are a couple of languages I would like to learn, even if I don't, like, get the grammar. There's a couple of languages I would just like to learn to be able to, like, somewhat speak. I can speak English. English is my first language. I can speak French. I know, like, one German word and like, 2 Russian words. Da, Niet, and Krankenhaus. Which, first off, does anyone here know what Krankenhaus means? Maybe I'll leave that to the next video to explain. No. Krankenhaus means hospital. I believe it's German for hospital. It might not be German. I think it's German, though, for hospital. And I know 2 Swedish swears. It's Javlava and Javlafita. Is this any good? No. So Javlafita means suck my pussy, and Javlava, I believe, is like the F word. Or some sort of just general swear. Or curses, or something like that. But I want to learn, like... There's a couple of languages I want to learn. I want to learn, I do kind of want to learn more, like, German or something. Because I was learning about my, like, family tree for a school project somewhat recently. And apparently I'm, like, part Polish. I'm, like, mostly Polish. And the rest of me is, like DNA. I'm Canadian, technically. But my DNA is, like, mostly Polish, part German, part German, part Ukrainian, and small part Swedish or something. And, like, and that's, like, my mom's side, and then my dad's side is mostly Polish, and then my mom's side, I'm, like, quarter Polish, quarter Ukraine, eighth Swedish and Polish, and quarter, like, Irish and Scottish or something. So it, like, goes back to, like, or like, I guess those would also be eighths. Because my dad's side is almost solely Polish. But then my mom's side's, like, all over the place. I think it was something like... It was, like... On my mom's side, I think it was, On my mom's side, it was, like... Someone was Polish, someone was German, someone was Swedish. Someone was Irish, someone was Ukrainian, someone was... What was it? Ukrainian, German, Irish, Scottish, Swedish, and Polish. And then my dad's side is just almost solely Polish. So I want to learn, like... I think I want to learn Polish. Because I am interested in languages. I just don't like the, like, fine parts of it, like the technical grammar and stuff. But maybe I will use... I am definitely considering, like... Even just, like, now, after seeing that Duolingo app, if it's free, I might download it or something. South Korean I'm also slightly interested in. Because learning one of those, like, Eastern Asia languages would be an interesting challenge. Because they've got the whole different, like, letter system, too. Duration. So, yeah, language is definitely something I'm somewhat interested in. At least, like, the easy being able to speak it part. Because even French, I'm not amazing at the grammar. I can speak the language, though. I hear a lot of people say, like, from school, they learn the language, but then they learn so much grammar that they can't actually, like, speak the language. Because in school they learned, like, so much about French grammar that they went to France and they couldn't actually speak the language. And so I'm thinking here, like, no, I can actually speak the language, I'm just not amazing at grammar. I can still do the grammar okay-ish anyway. I can do the conjugation and stuff. How many times have I already picked up blue orbs today? Like in this video after that one. I'm guessing it's gotta be like 3 or 4 at least. I've been practicing lucid dreaming, but I keep like... So I'm trying to do some sort of wild technique, like going straight into lucid dreaming. And I'm dead. So like, I lie down in bed, let things start going numb, and then just focus on my breathing. And then at some point, I had a meditation app, where there was, it was a meditation ad. It was one of the ones for, like, the mind, whatever it was. And it was a meditation, app ad. And it was like, and the monkey's gonna run around. You might remember this. You might know this from TV. And the monkey's gonna run around, but then it's gonna sit down at some point. And don't force it to sit down, but let it sit down. And eventually it'll want to sit down. My monkey keeps running off, chasing a butterfly into the forest of dreams, and then I fall asleep without lucid dreaming. I'm also playing on a Minecraft server. Hello. Oh. Speaking into a cup. I'm playing a Minecraft server. With, so the PS4 now has servers. So I've been playing on one of the Minecraft servers, and I've been playing the mob arena. So I was trying out, like, the same challenge this time. So I was trying out the, like, Sky Wars in one of the things, and I wasn't very good at it. So I looked at another one, and I saw, oh, there's a mob arena in this one. So I did it, and I am, like, amazing at it. Like, the Sky Wars one I was quite bad at. The mob arena, all of my Minecraft time has either been creative or survival. And it's almost never been, like, I'm gonna ignore that. It's almost never been multiplayer. It's almost always just, like, me and my family or something. So my only and when it's my family, we're not fighting each other. So my only combat ever is, like, against mobs. So I'm really good at fighting mobs. I also picked up on their tricks really fast. So I've been noticing in the mob arena, everyone else is really bad, and they all die super fast, and they lose their armor, and then they leave. I have been able to, like, I've been able to get, like, it's hard when there's multiple people, but because then, like, more mobs spawn, but I've been able to alone get really far in. I got to, like, round 60, I think, today, and then I gave up because it was just taking too long. I played for over an hour. I was just alone, and there's a couple things I found out about the game. One, even though it will never spawn more than 22 mobs per player. So when I was the last one there, it was only ever spawning 22 mobs. Two, they only spawn, and this is the most important one, they only spawn within a certain range of you, but also not too close. So they won't spawn directly next to you, but they also won't spawn on the opposite side of the arena. So I found a spot where I can stand, charge a bow shot, and as soon as they spawn, fire one arrow to kill one of them, with the max bow, of like power 5, then run away, avoid almost all damage, and then just shoot them all with a bow. And that strategy worked consistently. It worked from, like, I was using that from, like, 35 to 60, no problem. Or longer. And that strategy works as long as you don't have multiple teammates on the other side of the map screwing everything up. And the rounds I come closest to dying are either ones where I get unlucky and you get rushed by a baby zombie, because then you just don't have time to react and shoot a bow. But I've been getting better at that. When I hear a baby zombie, I turn around and I shoot lower immediately. Otherwise, you have to shoot medium range to the spiders. But the rounds other than that I do worst at are rounds where my teammates spawned, like, so when there's, like, 4 of us, it'll spawn up to, like, 88 mobs. And my teammates are just standing, like, all around the map. So they spawn all over the map. So there's nowhere safe to run and bow things from a distance. Or my bow won't be high enough level, and there's just nowhere safe to go. Or then they all die immediately, because they all ran out of space to run. So they all just die super quick, because they all ran out of space, got cornered, and died. So I'm running around barely surviving, and now I have to fight 88 mobs. But those are also the rounds I get the most mana on, or gold on. So you get 1 gold per thing you kill, unless it's like the Iron Golem rounds, and you get 5 per golem. So you get 1 gold per thing you kill. And on those rounds where it's like 60 creatures remaining and all my teammates are dead, that means I don't have to wait 3 rounds to kill 22 guys. I right there have 60 guys I can kill, and they're all usually fairly easy rounds. And on the following rounds, I'll also have lots of work to do because my teammates are all going to be weak armor. You respawn with none of your stuff upgraded, so it means you'll pretty much once you die, you will always die again. You pretty much once you die and you get further into the game, you cannot just start climbing up again. You will just keep dying. Without being super pro at the game. And I mean, I could possibly do that if I had a bow for certain creatures. So one thing I did notice, after about round 8 or 9, for the spiders, you have to start using a bow. So for the skeletons, you should almost always use a bow, but you can fight them with swords. Spiders start jumping at you and have a really long attack range. So after around 8 or 10, 8 to 10 somewhere, you have to start using a bow on them. No. The baby zombies you should always try and use a bow on, and you always want to pick off the fastest ones first. So baby zombies and spiders and skeletons, maybe. So I'll jump down, I'll immediately turn around and shoot the baby zombies if there are any, then shoot the spiders, maybe shoot a couple of skeletons if they're being a problem, and then just start meleeing the zombies. Or, once you get up to around like 40 and 50, these zombies get so fast and get such like a reach bonus or something. Like, I think it's their speed combined with their leg. The creatures get faster gradually for a certain while. So they get so fast that you struggle to outrun them. And it means you can pretty much no longer be able to hit them without getting hit yourself, because of how fast they're moving with the leg. So it means you have to start bowing everything. And by this point, you'll usually be alone if you survive this long anyways. Because all your teammates will have died and then left because they're mad at repeated dying and just waiting for you. Which is better for you because it's easier to survive. If you were fighting 44 mobs each time, and your teammate was just immediately dying, you'd be in a bit of a pickle. So there's like loot crates and stuff on that thing for like 10,000 shards, and there's different classes in that one game for different gem costs. Two are like 1,000, 2 or 3,000, and the one's free. So after that like 1 hour survival, you get like shards and stuff fairly slowly anyway. But I actually got a lot after that 1 hour survival. I got like 500 gems or something, or I think I got 300 gems. So it brought me up to like 550. So I ended up with like a total of over 500 gems or something. And I should have had like 250 before, and I should have gained about 300. You gain 5 gems per round. And then I also ended up gaining a whole lot of shards. So I think it was on like 800 shards total after that game. And it cost 10,000 to buy the cheapest crate. So they're expensive for the cosmetic items and stuff. I've been talking very little about the game. I've been talking about talked about languages and French and Minecraft. I had a really, really funny game the other day in Fortnite. I actually meant to record it and upload the bit to YouTube or something. Because it was a really funny match. So I was at the end, I had picked up a flame bow off a guy, and it was just me and my dad and two other duos. I needed to light things on fire, so I just started setting trees on fire to get one of my quests. Then the other two teams start fighting. I'm firing bows down. They're building like out of wood, so I'm lighting the wood on fire, I'm lighting trees on fire, I'm hitting the ground, lighting everything on fire. And the fire's just going nuts. It's done, and it's like, I'm not gonna do any damage. And I have another quest that's like, deal damage with fire, and light players on fire. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get any of these. Bam, bam, fire damage, fire damage, fire damage, 10 here, 10 there. And I ended up knocking a guy down, and then later killing him. And I'm hurting everyone else with the fire. And I'm like, oh my god, how am I doing this? And then, so we kept fighting. I also had firefly jars, so I just threw those in. And I ended up lighting hundreds of structures on fire. I killed a guy, and then I shot someone else down too. But I was just I was unloading completely with that fire. I had like 6 firefly jars and a full 30 or 31 shots with the flame bow. And I was completely out of fire stuff by the end. So it was just tons and tons and tons of fire. High-speed casting. And then we ended up losing, too. It was down like a 2v1, and then I died. I died from like fall damage or something stupid. And then I was telling my dad, you just gotta shoot him, you gotta shoot him. And he pressed the wrong button and pulled out the building thing. So, we unfortunately lost. I thought we had that in the bag, though. So I think I'm going to stand still here because we're running out of time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you like my content, feel free to like and subscribe. Et je vais voir vous la prochaine fois. Yeah. Bye, guys.